Check it out, family. 2026, a lot of shit is going on. What's up with all these meteors falling out the sky?
It's not moving at all. What the?
It's gonna happen.
This man said when he told the government put remote viewers on her.
What's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos, very smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content. Tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you watching ETV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I did have to go ahead and say, if y'all looked at last video's comments, we ain't even gonna respond to the negative, the R words, all of that shit. We just gonna let it sit, because remember, people put that stuff out there. It's on the internet. You can't control who screenshots and sends to your peoples, your managers. Your next promotion might get shut down for some shit like that. You know what I mean? Let it sit, because I seen people complaining and reporting people and all types of stuff. We're going to let the negative, and we're going to let the insulting and the R words and low vibrational people, we're going to let it sit. Don't argue with them. Let them be miserable with themselves. Let them argue with themselves. Don't argue with them. Seek who you want to be around and envision who you want to be around, who you want to conversate with. And trust me, that's what will happen. But we're going to let the negative shit sit. Because I seen it too. And I seen people taking jabs at me a little bit. We're going to let it sit. It ain't that serious. We good. We good. Mindset is everything. Make sure your mindset is in order, even when others ain't. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. But I love y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
This is scary. What the hell?
Shit, pray. I always say that.
Is he still alive? This boy right here, Ethan Guo, is he still alive? He has not posted since June 6, 2025. As a matter of fact, the last time anybody heard anything from him, he was being detained in Antarctica. It was being reported that they held this man there for a month or probably even 2 months. Nobody really knows. The last content creator that supposedly talked to him was Dylan Page, and he said things wasn't looking good. And then a couple weeks later he said it's starting to be positive, but no one has heard from him. So I'm lost. Is he good? Is he gone? What is it? How do you go from posting every day on social media to now almost going a whole year without posting on any social media? Is it because he seen something that he wasn't supposed to see? I'm lost, fool. Y'all go to his page and you can see for yourself that people is asking the same questions I'm asking. Are you good, bruh? Are you still alive? Hello? Is anybody there?
Lewis and Clark were using Sacagawea as an interpreter with the native people as they ventured into the Wild West. And before they got to the Rocky Mountains, they realized, oh my gosh, we're going to need horses to be able to survive this thing. So they were trying to negotiate with the chief of the tribe, of the one that was closest to them. And as Sacagawea is interpreting, she breaks down hysterically, crying, because she realizes that she's talking to her long-lost brother, who told her that she was, as a kid, to be a slave by one of the neighboring tribes. And I was just, as I found that story out, I was like, what is this poor girl not gone through? Like, anyways, this is my driver, and you can learn more about it at the Lewis and Clark diary. I don't know, it's probably online, but this is my Radmore Fit. If you like it, you can shop their page and we can twin. I'm trying to get this to go high in the sky, but I also can't tell where it's going because the golf ball is the same color as these clouds.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm not even gonna act like I did.
Watchman Matt just revealed to us that they have an alien breeding program with humans. Watch this.
Uniform.
worked for the United States Army that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication.
This is literally describing Genesis 6, bro. When fallen angels came to the earth inbreeded with women. Then we have Trump already hinting at the alien files getting released. It's about to get real strange. Now, I already told you when they done exposing all the wicked shit that these people are doing, like the Jeffrey Epsteins, the Diddies, the next thing on the revelation list is UFOs and aliens. Now, we already knew this was going on. They just now telling us. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think about in the comments of them having alien human breeding farms. Y'all think bro's yapping or he got some real classified information? Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
We're gonna have dudes signing up to go do it.
Do you guys see what's happening in Italy right now? They're not paying their bills or going to work. They went and bought food and just stocked up on food and they're just chilling at home. And I guess they just all decided as a collective, we are not paying our rent. And we are not buying nothing from the stores. They are getting shit done. That's what you need to do. Like, it's kind of hard to like do when you don't know if anybody else is gonna do it, but I really feel like they're really onto something. Like, if you really want to see a change, because that's what makes the world go round. And it's like a game, right? If you start a game with 5 people, because a game requires 5 people, and one person leaves, it's like, oh shit, like, okay, whatever, we'll just make it work. But if everyone leaves the Monopoly game, there's nothing going on. Like, you can't play no more. No one's putting money in. Like, that's the point. You just gotta quit. So I don't know if we're planning on doing that or not, but like, well, let me know.
Check it out, family. 2026, a lot of shit is going on. What's up with all these meteors falling out the sky? And this one here that y'all looking at in my background happened last night over there in Germany. That's right, in Germany. Y'all let me know in the comment what y'all think really going on with these strange activities going on in the sky. But anyway, on Phono Grade, shit is crazy.
Hillary Clinton leaked email discusses the resurrection chamber of buried Nephilim. You know what Nephilim is?
Yeah.
Giants. It says requesting documents pertaining to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the location of his body, and the buried Nephilim. Oh my gosh. It's real. Yeah. Some of the places that people think the tomb of Gilgamesh and the buried Nephilim are in Iran and Iraq.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Antarctica.
No.
Oh, okay,
wait. So
I already know where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying now. What happened before when they wanted to go into Iraq? Obviously not.
Yeah, they sent people.
Yeah, and a lot of people, the common theory, not was planned. Yeah, it was the reason for them to go in. Now, this is obviously tinfoil hat right now. If it's true that these half angel, half man beings are real, and they can find the bodies, use the science to live longer, have power,
make them do stuff for them,
that's very valuable information. And if they can get to those places, they would do whatever they can to get there.
They have to find a reason.
They have to find a reason.
It's
not obvious for the public.
To plant their bases.
Did you know a real-life Fortnite existed long before video games? In 1958, a secretive billionaire named Dan Druff took 100 people to an unmarked Pacific island and forced them into a deadly battle royale. Parachutes, jungles, traps, no rules but survival. A few escaped after exposing Dan's twisted game, but locals say strange lights still glow on the abandoned island at night.
Oh, that's messed. I hope that's fake. I didn't know that though.
Cool.
That's why they call it a brand. I said that years ago. That shit still blow me away. That don't even look real.
Fred Hampton's gravesite gets shot up annually by police officers. What?
That right there is the grave of Fred Hampton. And for those of you who don't know, let's educate you for Black History Month. He was a black leader Black Panther. He had genius ideas. That man was killed at the age of 21. Now, y'all want to know the interesting part about that story? The cops in Chicago shot 90 bullets at that man. 90 at one man. You mean to tell me you shot 90 bullets? Tell me that ain't a type of hatred. And then annually, every year, cops come to his grave and shoot his grave some more. The man is already dead, and they hate him so much that they still trying to kill him. They instated COINTELPRO, and this is when the saying of the greatest threat to everything pretty much is black unity. Yeah, that's where that came from. Fred Hampton. Straight up, that was no accident. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. They assassinated that man because he was a leader who was calling them out in their bullshit and had some good ass ideas. And they shot 90 bullets at that man. Take all the time you need to. That means they shot, reloaded. They reloaded at least 3 times for one.
I mean, he ain't mentioned that he was asleep when they did it. I didn't know they do that to his tombstone every year, though. Chicago, let me know. Let me know, Chicago. But, like I always say, the powers that be don't care if you got influence. They care if you got influence and you moving the people all at once. And just doing some of my research on Fred Hampton, he had the Confederates. He had them. He had everybody together. He had everybody one, literally. And that was that's a threat to society, man. That's definitely a threat to society. To the way they want society to be, I should say. What's y'all thoughts, man? I'm new to that. I didn't know that they do that every year. Damn.
Bro, this is security right now.
Oh, hell no. Then for the robot, that's the wave. Yeah, it's getting spooky out here, man. I don't know what to say, but on Funnel Grave, shit is crazy.
Okay, check this out, guys. I've just been sent this footage of a guy that's scraping off some dust from his car. Looks pretty normal, doesn't it? But wait till you see what happens next. Now, before he does that, as he's scraping it up, could you please just pop a like and a comment onto this video and possibly watch it to the end, because it will really help this account right now. But just watch what happens right now, because it's pretty interesting. He grabs a magnet, and as you can see, he puts it over to this dust that's been collecting from the air onto his car, and boom, it's magnetic. Now, you know, straight away people are saying, what is this? Why is it magnetic? Is that coming from the sky? I mean, you know, even if there is an explanation for this, like, why is there so much of it? And how much of this are we actually breathing in every single day? You know, we're talking about fine particles in the air, stuff you can't see but you inhale constantly. And there's already been research that's linked to the air pollution issues and lung problems and long-term health effects. So, you know, when you're seeing this getting posted more and more on people's cars, it's starting to say a lot about the environment around us, if you ask me. So yeah, whatever this is, it's in the air, we're breathing it in, and it's magnetic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you ever noticed this on your car? And obviously, just for entertainment, and I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
I haven't noticed that on my car, but we will have to check.
Good job, guys. I honestly did not think you had it in you. Biggest protest in the history of the United States of America.
This shit crazy.
following footage comes from a man named Andrew Grant. His wife and sister were driving down the road in Florida when they saw something they could not explain, something that literally blew their mind. What appears to be a huge airliner directly above them, stuck in the middle of the air. Some people are claiming this is a parallax effect. Others are stating things are just weird, honestly. But then some are comparing this to the incident in San Francisco about a year ago, where they saw that huge airliner stuck again in the middle of the air. So what are we dealing with? Is it just weird times? Maybe it's our brain playing tricks on us? Who knows? Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
That is freaking weird. Is that a Southwest? Is that real? It is real, but it's like barely moving. What the? It's not moving at all. What the? How does that happen? Oh my god! But it's like barely moving. What the? It's not moving at all.
I've been seeing comments. Y'all been asking when I'm bringing moms back on to do a reaction with me. We're gonna bring her soon. Y'all want her back. We're gonna bring her soon. But me, her, and my sister seen this. We seen this happen before. Next time we bring her on, I'm gonna have her tell this story. But we saw that before. And I was going crazy, but my mom was going more crazy than me. I'm just like, well, I see that all the time in videos. So I'm like, it's cool to see, but like, I mean, I wasn't like I didn't believe it to begin with. She was going crazy because she's never seen nothing like that. Now let me know y'all thoughts. Was that an effect, or was that really happening? What's your perspective on that?
So it's 2026, and many of us are just now discovering that The Price is Right's host, Bob Barker, was not a great guy.
A car on The Price is Right. You want a car. Yes, don't attack me.
He was so upset with black people that when Diane Parkinson had revealed that she had been with black men, he went berserk because they were having an affair, and he thought that they could spread disease.
Bob did mention if she had ever been with any other person that was black, that he would not be happy, and that he thought they might have had some kind of communicable.
He did not want to be touched by us, and a lot of people seem to be shocked by this.
That is hilarious to see him run like that.
Hey, I'm not trying to scare y'all, nothing like that, because my content is made to inform, but something don't feel right, y'all. They're reportedly shutting down businesses in Tulum, Mexico, one of the world's most popular tourist sites. This guy right here, he's an island local. He said he's been there his whole life. He said he's never seen anything like this before, how slow it is. He came back from the beach and people started shutting businesses down. I'm noticing an epidemic of restaurants closing, even where I'm at in Florida. All the vegan restaurants are closing down.
Everybody's shutting their business. Everybody's shutting their businesses down. Everybody's leaving. I swear to God, I live here. I went to the beach today. I had no idea any of this stuff was going on. I didn't see any of this stuff. Bro. They shut the whole city down right now.
And with all this oil tension rising, they said that Australia was going to be one of the first places to fall. And now look at this, bro. Because of this, the supermarkets are literally empty. Look at the shelves, man. I made a video in November and I told y'all shit was about to change in Australia, and now literally it's happening right here, right now, and nobody's really talking about this.
So Sienna and I have just come to Coles to literally get popcorn, and look, there's nothing. Look at the shelves here in Darwin. What the? This is literally, there's nothing. Oh, there's some lemons.
There's some lemonade. Look at that jump, bro.
You're taking the piss. Look at that.
And I don't know if you heard, but basically Thailand ran out of gas and now everybody has to walk to work. That junk is crazy. Look, bro. Everybody's walking to work now. And there's only a few gas stations in town that really carry gas, and they draws lines like this. So you're not really winning, honestly, bro. But something big is coming, man. I know y'all see it. I know y'all feel it. Let me know that in the comments below. Let's continue to get this shit, man. Peace out.
2020 proves to me right now that was the test run.
Okay, I like fun. Roller coaster? What is this, Six Flags? What is it? Where are we at? Not a roller coaster, that is a bridge in Germany in 1887. That don't fit. Aw, Portland, Oregon, look how cute it is in 1859. Let's go a little forward. 1885, what is that? It says it right there. It says high school. It says high school, guys. Guys! That doesn't fit at all. Fort Pulaski, Savannah, Georgia. What's the history? What's the history on this? Fort Pulaski was built in 18 years, frequently stopping because of Georgia summers. Okay. 25 million bricks. In 1847, it was built for 147 guns, although they used no more than 30. What did the workers think that did 25 million bricks? Built 147 holes just to pew-pew out of it like this, and they only used 30. What did they think about that? This photo says it all. It doesn't. This photo says it all. Look at them just lounging. They're just lounging up there. 25 million bricks, and they have like 7 people in the fort. I mean, the dress doesn't. I'm not going to say it. She looks scary. The 1911 Wanamaker department store in Philadelphia. Do you see something? It's a department store. Do you see something? It had, and still has, the largest fully functioning organ in the world. 28,000 pipes. That don't fit. I'll just think of this photo sometimes and just stare at it.
When you find out even the whole organic thing is a marketing scheme, everything is tainted. The fruit got roach spray on it. The air got roach spray in it. Our clothes got microplastics, polyester. So what do I do? Stop eating, bitch. You are a light being. Look at the sun. Like I said, don't forget the butthole. Yes, you can sun gaze the butthole, but that's a conversation for another day. Just stop eating fast. Tap into your light being. And I'm not talking about fast food. Put down the human meat.
Why did the FBI murder Fred Hampton? Because J. Edgar Hoover said the Black Panther Party represents the greatest threat to the internal security of the United States. Fred Hampton was a prominent leader of the Black Panther Party who was attracting a lot of people, not just black people, other people as well, Latinos, white people, Native Americans. You know, he was becoming a figure out there who was boldly saying, by the way, that movie they did about him is not the real picture of Fred Hampton, just to be clear. But he was out there saying, I am a revolutionary, and getting crowds of people to say, I am a revolutionary. Well, that's enough democracy right now. You're dead. You know, we're going to go into your apartment in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning or whatever, and we're going to shoot you in your bed and then shoot you again to make sure you're dead. And then say that it's your fault. Lie about what happened, that, you know, you started this gunfight and all these heroic FBI agents and Chicago pigs and whatever had to defend themselves, which was proven to be a lie, just like they did in Attica. The prisoners rose up in Attica heroically, uniting across lines, you know, divisions that are very hard to overcome, just like the prisoners in Alabama are doing now. You know, they united Puerto Rican and other Latino, black, Native American, and white prisoners. They took guards hostage, but they were very careful not to harm the guards, you know, because they, for one reason, you know, they knew that then that would make it much easier to go after them. So they were very careful about that. And then what happened? The great, you know, mainstream Republican, sort of liberal Republican, Nelson Rockefeller, who's the governor, part of the Rockefeller family of exploiters, sent in the police, you know, the state police, and they went in and not only dozens of prisoners, but the guards as well, and then tried to claim the prisoners had cut the throat of the guards, which was also disproven. This is the exercise of the actual democracy of this country, which means it's essential dictatorship over people, and whenever they rise up, or whenever, like, you know, Fred Hampton, I think he first went to jail because he took some ice cream off an ice cream truck and passed it out to the kids in the neighborhood in the middle of summer, you know, and that's how they first got him in jail, and then he was out, you know, on jail, and that's when they, he wasn't even saying, I'm going to mobilize an army to overthrow this system tomorrow. He was just talking about revolution, and that was recognized as enough of a threat that the facade of democracy, the sham of democracy, fell to the ground, and the naked fist of dictatorship came out and him, just like it did the prisoners in Attica. And you can even go back in the history of this country when people went on strike before the unions were so powerful, and they were dozens of you know, people striking, and back in the end of the 19th and into the 20th century. So, you know, this is the actual relations of power in this society. It's a dictatorship over those who are exploited and oppressed.
Breaking news in Oregon, there is a new bill that's being passed that would effectively ban hunting, fishing, and livestock raising, and anything to do with turning that livestock into little pieces that goes into your freezer and consuming it. Get this, it's called the Peace Act, or Initiative Petition 28 in Oregon. It's a proposed ballot measure seeking to criminalize most actions that harm or unalive animals, effectively aiming to ban hunting, fishing, and livestock slaughter. Supported by the group People for the Elimination of Animal Cruelty Exemptions, it aims to eliminate current legal exemptions for these activities, allowing exceptions only for self-defense and veterinary care. So this would make it illegal to raise animals, chickens, rabbits, livestock, farmers, families. This would be like, how could this pass? You may be thinking, but there's a lot of vegans in Oregon, eh? I feel like the timing of this is very interesting too, because there's about to be a significant disruption to the food supply with this energy crisis, and they want to feed you lab-grown meat anyway, which they're saying it's vegan and sustainable. So if you're in Oregon, make sure you say no to this crazy freaking thing. There's no way they'd be able to pass it. There's too many hunters. They'd say, dude, are you kidding me? But the dense urban centers are full of people who barely leave the freaking dense urban center, and they have no idea how things go on outside of those city walls. But let me know your thoughts. Is this a great ban or not in the comments below, and follow for more.
Files and we didn't do nothing about it. Everybody just went back to their regular old normal lives like nothing ever happened, like nothing. Baby, they knew that they could go ahead and release him too. Say what you want and believe what you want, but baby, that is not his twin. That is definitely him. Y'all can fall for this Palm Beach Pete character if you want to, because that's exactly what he is, a character. Let me just say this. That man has gotten so many interviews. He's on podcast, TMZ, and the whole nine within a matter of days. This man is 60, 70 years old, which means he's been on this earth for a very long time. And you telling me all of a sudden he just became so interesting? Nobody knew him before. He has no life before this. Make it make sense. In addition to that, he's telling us that he's been in parties with Epstein and places with Epstein. And you telling me nobody ever took pictures in the way the internets, nobody took pictures and it wasn't floating around like, oh, this guy looked just like Jeff. Stop it. Let me just say this. When he talks, he speaks in third person. And the reason why he does that is because he's trying to persuade us, as well as program us, as well as himself, that he's this character that they got him playing right now. And the sad part about it, nobody wants to believe it. Inside of the files, they told us about cloning and all this other weird dark bullcrap. But we still just say he's this man that lives on Palm Beach, that drives a nice car. Was it?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't seen nobody say they don't believe it.
What if I told you the world is the way it is because politicians can't see into the future anymore? Now that sounds crazy, but y'all know every now and then I like to tinfoil hat it up. So have a seat, let's chat. So I was hanging out with one of my friends and he was telling me like he's into the deep webs and down into the Reddit threads and all of that. And y'all know that's not me. I could possibly go find these things myself, so I haven't looked them up just yet, but I'm gonna tell you like he told me. Basically, the story goes, since the dawn of time, the oligarchs and the politicians and such were able to make the decisions they were making because they could see into the future. They could see the end result of those things. Now, of course, some things would change, you know, butterfly effect. Everything doesn't go exactly as planned, but for the most part, they could see what was going on. But for some reason, since 2016, that's gone dark. They haven't been able to see anything since 2016. And so essentially, they're just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. Now, does that sound insane? It does. But over the last 10 years, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that sounded super crazy and turned out to be true. Or at least existed in the realm of some sort of truth. Like, yes, there actually is a evil baby eating cabal that just wasn't at the pizza shop. They was on Epstein's island. Now, it doesn't help that Trump done fired everybody who would have the experience to know how to do something. But what if they thought they were bigger than the program? Because those people were never able to see into the future anyway. That's not how they were actually making decisions. They were never actually relying on their experience to make those decisions. Those people just thought they were. And so my response was, okay, that's actually fine because the people are telling you exactly what they want. Like, we are telling you exactly how to achieve peace. We're telling you exactly what we want. And he said, well, yeah, but they don't know what the end result is going to be, and that's why they won't do it. Y'all pissing me off, for real. But ever since Trump came down the escalator, they ain't been able to see shit. And that's why they just doing bullshit. Now, I have not gone on a deep dive to find out more information. That's just like the general overarching theme of everything he told me. But I don't know. I feel like all these theories and things kind of tie into each other. They, in one way or another, they intersect. And if some things are true, Why can't that be true? I don't know, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about this theory in the comments, but I'm just saying, something's off.
No. I just don't think y'all get it. So I was watching another 607 interview. Y'all know this is my favorite topic. So in this interview, y'all, my allergies kicking my butt. So in this interview, he was talking about how God and the devil are friends. So everybody in the interview like, what do you mean they're friends? He's like, they're friends. You can't have one without having the other. Like, damn, that do make sense. Because what I need y'all to understand is this, because I made a video about that a long time ago. The devil and God are both busy, and everybody even see the devil is more busy right now in this day and time. So what's so crazy to me is people can acknowledge God but won't acknowledge the devil. So he went on to say in the Bible, God killed everybody, not Satan. Satan didn't kill not one person in that Bible. God did, right? So yeah, so he went on to say like one can't exist without the other, and that makes sense because y'all got to think about it like this. See what they did. Let me tell y'all this. I got so much I want to say to y'all. Let me tell y'all like this. God is good if you take the O out. The devil is evil if you take the D off. And you notice when we were younger watching cartoons, they always say it's the battle between good and evil. That is nothing but God and the devil. Any cartoon you watch, you got a good person, you got a bad person. There's no light without darkness. There's no darkness without light. If you didn't do bad shit, you wouldn't appreciate good shit. And if you didn't know good shit, if you didn't experience good shit, you wouldn't know that shit was bad. You need both. Yin and yang. Night and day. Like, it runs on the same realm. And every day you get to make that choice. You get to make that choice. Because you know how we used to watch cartoons, you used to have like the angel on the shoulder and the devil on the shoulder. That is them that symbolizes we're all capable of both. For example, if you walking behind a person at a store and they drop their wallet, you see them drop this wallet. It's not like you just found the wallet randomly. They drop the wallet. At that moment, you get to make that choice. That's why choices are so important, because you shape your future. You create it. So if you go get that wallet and give it back to them, that's God moving through you. You chose to do the godly thing, the good thing, give it back. If you say, no, I'm finna steal it and I'm gonna take it, they shouldn't have dropped it, that's the devil moving through you. You're capable of both. When you could have walked away, when some telling you just walk away and you react, now you in jail for 30 years because that one devilish thought crossed your mind and you just reacted, that is the devil. They both live inside of you.
I fell down a time traveler rabbit hole last night, and I think everybody missed the most important part. And it's not the time machine. This is Declassified Psychic. A man named John Teeter showed up on the internet in 2000, claiming to be a soldier from the year 2036. And normally I would have kept scrolling because, okay, buddy, sure you are. But something about what he was saying would not let me go. And I think it's because we're sitting here in 2026, currently 10 years out from the year he claimed he was from. And some of these details are getting a little too close for comfort. And I didn't ask for that. He claimed he had a time machine built into a 1967 Corvette, which, yes, I understand is very Back to the Future of him. And he posted actual diagrams, which were very official. Actually, more like, I'm a serious military man and not at all a person who needs to be checked on. But anyway, here's the thing nobody talks about. When you ask him how it actually works, not the machine, the mechanics, he doesn't describe physics. He describes consciousness. He says the observer, the awareness of the person traveling. And that's what determines which timeline you land in. Your consciousness is literally the navigation system. And I had to put my phone down when I read that, because that's literally mediumship. That's literally remote viewing. That's the entire CIA Stargate program that we already covered in this series. And I have spent years trying to explain to people that consciousness is not confined by linear time. That awareness can actually move. And that perception is not limited to what's actually in front of you. And this man in 2000 just casually drops that as a footnote to his Corvette story. And everyone was too busy laughing at him to even notice. And I'm a little annoyed about it, to be honest. Now, is he real? I couldn't tell you either way. But I'm not really sure it matters as much as people think it does. Because whether John Teeter was an actual soldier from 2036 or the most committed hoax in internet history doesn't change the fact that whoever wrote this understood consciousness mechanics better than anyone I've ever seen. He could describe them so accurately, it was crazy. Either a time traveler showed up and accurately described my job, or someone who deeply understood quantum consciousness theory decided to write fan fiction about a Corvette. Both of those are actually interesting to me, and neither of them is nothing. And then don't get me started on CERN, because in John Teeter's timeline, the time travel technology was not developed by the military. It was developed by CERN in Switzerland. The same CERN that in our timeline is currently running the largest particle collider ever built, and that people are currently losing minds over right now. He said CERN cracked gravity distortion, and that's what made physical time travel possible. And I just need to mention that CERN is currently showing up in my TikTok analytics because people are searching it and landing on my page, a medium's page, which either means the algorithm is having a day or the universe thinks it's funny, and either way, I'm not ruling anything out. He needed the Corvette because without it, his body couldn't travel with his consciousness. And fine, maybe your body needs a Corvette for that. I'm not really sure. I'm not a physicist. But the part doing the actual navigating, the part deciding which timeline you land in, that's just consciousness. Doing what apparently consciousness has always known how to do. And we have decades of declassified documents to back that up. And this man describes all of it deliberately. Make sure you're following because there's more to come on this topic and it gets so much weirder.
Damn, that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
One conspiracy that I absolutely believe in is that we have no idea how many humans actually live on this planet. I recently did a video debunking the 4 biggest conspiracies, but this one might actually have some legs to it. Most estimates place the Earth's population at around 8.2 billion, and that number comes from a mix of census data and satellite modeling. These models work incredibly well in cities, but struggle with scattered rural populations. Now, new research coming out of Finland says we might be massively undercounting rural populations in global data sets, with some being undercounted by 53 to 84%. If these studies prove to be true, that means there could be hundreds of millions, maybe even a billion more people that exist right now than our current estimates suggest.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening to at the moment, Justin?
Well, I listen to a lot of different stuff. I'm really into Jessie J, actually.
Oh, well, she's here. You're going to get to see her later. Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to find out.
I've said this for years. There should be a formal investigation done on James Corden. Someone needs to check his hard drives, his computer, his cell phone, his tablet. Because what that was, to me, was just an abuse of power, considering Justin Bieber was so young at the time. Mind you, he's not the only one that did this to Justin Bieber. We're talking about Katy Perry and other artists and people in the industry who've touched him and just did all weird stuff. But then there was this one last clip I want to show you where Justin Bieber grew up and finally started realizing what was going on. Take a look at this.
Yummy, 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 yummy. All right, so Justin, why am I here?
Keep in mind, everybody in the industry at that time realized that Justin Bieber's song Yummy was a direct correlation to what was going on with regards to the child that was happening in Hollywood, and even the fact that they were kids. And James Corden was making fun of that on live television. Nah, see, this industry is crazy.
So you have a private little beach full of celebrities and bodies getting screwed, and nobody cares because they're supposed to be dead. And this has been a major market that he tried to blame on Oprah Winfrey. The thing is, the panda, all that stuff is so real. You want to go get my shaba until your eyes pop out, go ahead. I mean, that's up to you. But, I just think that, people just need to realize what they're looking at when they're watching the television. Everything is right in front of you. The revolution was televised, and don't nobody give it.
Do y'all know, have y'all ever heard of dog man, which is somebody that's something, not somebody. Hey y'all. Okay, so today I commented on a guy's post. I think his name was Spark Plug. I think that's what it's called. But he was talking about Bigfoot. So I just commented and was like, do y'all know, have y'all ever heard of Dogman, which is somebody that, something, not somebody, something. And it's down here, it's in Mississippi, like in Oxford, Water Valley area. But like we saw it firsthand. And so it was a bunch of people asking for a story time. So here it is. So in the morning times, it was morning.
Yeah. Basically, it was a man, like, on the tip of the day morning, I'm finna go to work.
And then I always, it probably like 5 in the morning. And it still was kind of dark, but it's kind of, you know, the time, whatever, it's kind of like a little light. And so I always will walk him to the door so that before he go to work. Anyway, so I'm standing out on the outside, he walking to the car, and I'm talking to him. And then, like, he looked where it was like on the outline of the
tree line.
Yeah, the tree line. It was at the tree line. And like we looked, and then
Man, when I saw it, the thing was like I was finna get in the car. Then I just felt weird. Then you know the wind was kind of blowing that morning. Then I just looked, just so happened that something told me to look back, and I looked towards the tree line. And I just saw it. You know, at first I just saw it, like saw the legs, cause it was so damn tall. So I just, you know, just looked up and I saw it. Then by that time, it's like right there, you know, face up in the trees, and it just started coming towards me. That's when I took off and started running toward the house.
And then when he took off, like I seen him look, and then he was like kind of like, what the, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I looked. By the time I looked, he had already finna start running. But then, and this never be scared. Never. So when I seen he was scared, he got scared.
Man, it was time to be scared. Like I knew I ain't had nothing to kill it with. I knew he would have attacked. I mean, that's why I ran. I knew it was over with. If he would have got it, would have attacked, it was over with.
Man, tall as, and then it was like unproportioned. It was like the bottom half was like smaller than the top half was like.
Yeah, the muscular, like big.
Like built. Like I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. And then like, so we running back in the house, and we had like one screen door, and it was like just a little open area, and then you had to go through the other door to get to the thing. So we had to run through 2 doors, but we locked the door, you know, of course, whatever. But we heard something hit the fucking house.
Yeah, it hit it hard too.
Yeah, like on the side where like the tree line was, like it hit the house.
Right, it wanted to come in the house.
And like that was some scary shit.
Shit.
To see this scared. That was.
Yeah, it was time to be scared. Like for real, I saw it. Like it was gonna be no match. He was gonna slaughter.
Yeah.
Even with a gun.
Yeah. And so that was in Water Valley at our house. So like it's still out there. We ain't never seen it no more, but that made us be a lot more cautious when we going out that door, especially when it's still dark, because I ain't heard of it being caught.
I mean, hey, me either. I mean, y'all ain't either probably, but it gotta be still out there. Y'all ain't heard on the news that it been shot or killed or none of this shit.
And then they probably wouldn't even put it on the news no way, because they'll try to keep the public down. But no, that shit real.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, it's out there for real though.
Real talk. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.
You remember this guy? Corey Haim, who died at much too young of an age, at the age of 38. Well, I've been looking for him, and I just happened to watch one of his movies the other day. Yeah, I watched The Lost Boys doing some vampire research, if you know, and there he is right there. And, well, they always tell us the truth in the movies. And I couldn't help but notice something in this scene.
4, actually. I'm always looking out for the other 3. Look, can't put the Superman number 77s with the 200s. They haven't even discovered red kryptonite yet. Can't put the number 98s with the 300s. Laurie Lamaris hasn't even been introduced.
Where the hell are you from? Krypton?
Phoenix, actually.
He sure knows an awful lot about Superman, and then they say, where are you from? Krypton? It got me thinking. About how Anton Yelchin faked his death and then became the newest Superman, David Cornsweet. And well, They told us that was coming. They told us back in Curb Your Enthusiasm when he was dressed as Superman. So I got to thinking, who's played Superman? And well, Corey passed away in 2010. And the next Superman after that was that of Henry Cavill. You know, Henry Cavill, who just happened to become super famous just 3 years after Corey Haim's death. They love the number 3. Henry Cavill that at first glance doesn't look like he could have been Corey Haim. But if you give me a minute, because if you look at Corey when he was a little older, and then look at Henry Cavill, and then Henry Cavill HC, Corey Haim CH, it's almost like it's inverted. I mean, it seems to fit pretty well even down to the hairline and lips and chin. But always see what happens when we put them together, and notice even that the hair spacing in the eyebrow is the exact same, and the eyebrows are in the exact same place, and the lips and the nose and the hairline. Do you think there's more? Do you think maybe we can find some smoking guns? Kind of like that mark on his forehead that seems to line up in the exact same place as this little hole there. You see that little hole there? Right there, that seems to be in the exact same place in alignment and spacing from the eyebrows. Let's move down a little bit and see what we can see. First, let me draw attention to, again, the exact same gap and spacing of the eyebrow hair. And while this one's a little more difficult to see, you'll see them. 1 and 2. And they're there. There's just makeup and probably some skin removal of some kind. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. With the exact same little spacing of the eyebrow. Wow, what a coincidence. What a coincidence, for sure. Let me do a quick reminder too for people who haven't seen it. The odds of 2 unrelated people looking somewhat alike, and they look very alike symmetrically even, with a handful of exact facial markings are incredibly low, less than 1 in a trillion. You know, I don't like to stop there. I like to do a thorough research. And well, Corey had a number of different girlfriends, but Nicole Eggert seemed to be his main squeeze. And well, I keep telling you that they bring their significant others with them. And here's Henry with his main squeeze, Natalie Viscuso. And you might not see it here. If we put them side by side, you could see it, right? I mean, like, that little smirk in those chins. But let's take a closer look. Let's see if we push them together, if they could potentially look like it's just the same person with a little bit of maybe cosmetics to make your eye appear a little bigger and a little better makeup in this picture. Boy, it sure looks like the same. Same. But of course, all this for entertainment purposes, people, and I definitely don't think they do this because they need to avoid suspicion of not aging and to manipulate your mind so you don't know up from down, left from right, and round from flat, and spinning from not spinning apparently either. Entertainment purposes, of course, they're not the same person. And hey, that's an interesting way to hold your hand. I wonder if they're telling us anything there. Kind of like I wonder if they're telling us anything here with each of them having one eye covered and, oh, hey, look, The Witcher and Watchers. More truth in plain sight. Entertainment only, people. Have a nice day.
When they said I was a clone, that made me flip in the hospital. That's it. These trying to clone me. I didn't have a stroke. So I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these bitches. And then I saw me walk into my room. But I'm white. So I see the white me.
But he had a Caesar too? Just
not
like
all that. The white me.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm like, and I'm trying to get their attention. And no one said anything. And I'm like, that's it. They trying to clone me. This is all the thing. And so
maybe Orlando Brown isn't crazy after all.
I'll switch your wife out and I'll put another one of your wife in her side of her body. And they're walking around. When they move that spirit to the next vessel, they still do the same thing, is all I've been saying to you.
I started it because I found out when I had kids. You know, I found out when I had kids that kids. I will say when I'm with my sister or we're in the car.
You'll be in the car with Paul, man, but you're really in the car with Peter.
We fight not in flesh and blood. This is a spiritual warfare.
What are some of the headlines that are coming out of that?
So
If you're watching this, you're probably wondering what's going on.
And they wanted to medicate me every day.
Phase 1, that's how they sedate you. Phase 2 is this.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why. You understand what I'm saying?
now you're in the sunken place.
My mom said I was very... They like that.
Oh, don't make it a moment.
Honey, are you considering performing at the inauguration? Honey, no comment about your meeting with the president.
That's like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle.
But nobody asked me about no damn gift. What's good?
So is that it?
Where's we going on our honeymoon?
Maybe a Caribbean cruise.
But you hate boats. You've always said you hate boats.
Maybe I've changed.
If you know, you know.
For phase 3, the transplantation. So you won't be gone. And not completely. A sliver of you will still be in there.
Okay, if you haven't went to go see Get Out, go check that movie out. Classic. One of my favorite movies ever. What was the movie before that when she said maybe I changed and she's talking about boats and what movie was that? I want that movie. I want to go watch that. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know y'all opinions. The Selena Gomez swap out. When we watched that, I think we watched that for the first time. Like it was like at least I think it was in March. That was one of those rabbit holes that bothered me after I shot it, after I edited, after the video was out, after reading some of the comments. The comments didn't bother me. It was more so just that whole topic. And I can't fully put my hand on why. I think I know why. It's probably because when he talked about how they had to get rid of the kid and just that whole topic just didn't sit well with me. But even from the Justin Bieber tattoo he got for her, I don't know, bro. That one just didn't sit right. What's y'all thoughts? It bothered me way after.
Okay, I figured it out. I'm here in West Palm. I did the math, and this equation should make all the sense in the world. Y'all ready? Now, if Palm Beach Pete is from Palm Beach and not Epstein, Subel from Palm Beach should know Palm Beach Pete. Hear me what I'm saying. If Palm Beach Pete is from West Palm, Palm Beach Pete should know Subel from West Palm. If they don't got no pictures together, it's Epstein. If they don't know each other, it's Epstein. You cannot rep Palm Beach and not know each other at that level. Palm Beach is too small. I'll be on Worth Ave tomorrow interviewing everybody. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, I need to go figure out who Subel is. I don't know who that is.
And that is what it looked like. It has to be. If it's a Chinese lantern, it usually just kind of goes off and then burns out.
It's turning on its own.
It's coming right over top of us.
Yeah. It's coming back there.
Something blinking up there by it. What the heck is that thing? I've never seen anything like it. It just looks like a big red ball of fire, don't it? It don't look like it's going like higher like a lantern does.
Dude, my crazy glasses look like a hole underneath lit up.
What in the heck? That's cool, ain't it?
Yeah.
I can say it though. I can say the only time I've ever seen something like that was a lantern, but I'm gonna watch it to see if it burns out. It don't look like it's burning out. like a red bright star.
Like it in the afternoons. CBG is unloading theirs right here, and it's right over top of us.
Yeah.
Coming in.
I let one of those Chinese lanterns off one night just to see what it looked like. I mean, I don't know if it really looked like that. It got higher though. Maybe it was. I'm gonna have to go.
So apparently like 20 images of UFOs got leaked on Reddit. They're allegedly from a government program that's studying them. Now look at this one picture of this UFO. This one freaks me out. I don't even think we have that technology or it exists. These images look like they were captured on military equipment or some type of Navy jet. Now there are some parts that have been blacked out on the bottom and sides, and I think that's like the navigation stuff from these military aircraft. Now why would you black that out if these are fake? They've clearly been studying and researching them for decades. We even had that UAP disclosure hearing in Congress where they said that Navy pilots were encountering these on a daily basis off the coast of California and Florida. Could these be aliens, or could they be interdimensional beings? Have they always been here? All this stuff is so freaky and a little suspicious if you ask me. I feel like there's a lot of momentum right now, and they might be preparing us for something in the next coming years.
For entertainment purposes, what I'm about to say ain't true. I think they ended up making, you know, when I say they, you know what I'm talking about. I think they ended up making the Greys in order to combat with them. That's what I feel like. Some people say otherwise. Some people say something else. I feel like there's something out there. I ain't gonna say what or how or what their appearances are. I'm gonna just say there's something out there, and I feel like they at war with they who are the 1% or in charge of what, you know, where we're at inside the ice wall. And in my opinion, I really believe that in order to combat with them, they had to create their own species, which is the Greys, or I ain't gonna say the other one. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know. If you disagree, I still love you. You still my family.
There are people here that have the ability to predict the future. And Chris Bledsoe was one of them. But when he told people what happened to him when one of those orbs came down and spoke to him, y'all thought he was lying. If you don't know, Chris Bledsoe told the Pentagon in 2012, and one of these orbs that he saw came down out of the sky and was a woman. And this woman told him that she was the divine feminine. He also told him something that was going to happen in 2026. Mind you, this is in 2012. She basically told him the world is about to change because they can't lie to us anymore. The veil is broken. We are living in the age of Aquarius. But it's not what she told him. It's how she told him. She told him that when Iran exchanged missiles, she told him in 2026, when and Iran exchanged missiles, the veil is going to be broken. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit.
I'll tell you what they
Listen.
Recently.
Listen to this man.
And I put this in writing to the Pentagon in 2012 when I told this. Okay?
2012.
One thing she told me was, when you see Iran exchanging missiles, and I saw it, the way she tells me is a vision of, I see it like a living picture screen. I could see the rockets flying. Then all of a sudden, orbs appeared out of the ocean and everywhere.
This is crazy.
And I told the government, if this happens, the orb's going to appear and wake people up and stop it. That's what she told me.
April 2026.
Yeah.
And okay, you know you've put yourself in it there, Chris.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's going to be Chris Bledsoe says April 2026 is when it all happens.
But I can tell you this, when I told this to the government about 2026, I just repeated what she told me. They immediately put remote viewers on it. And all of a sudden, all the remote viewers are saying, oh my God, 2026, 2027, something is going to happen.
This man said when he told the government put remote viewers on her. You're right. Okay. I'm out.
هواپیمانی است. ببین چه نوری داره.
I know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you be watching your TV, whatever the case is. I wish you a smooth 7. Love y'all, Collective. Till I see everybody in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know